Hello guys and welcome, it is ThatSrb2DUDE here today, bringing you yet another video for today. Now, today we are going to be doing a different type of video. This is going to be more of a speculation type of video for something that could possibly happen in the future from some leads and some evidence that we do have. Now, let me tell you this disclaimer right now that there is no clear facts, there hasn't been anything confirmed that this will happen exactly, but I am just saying this from my point of view and what type of evidence that I have right now. Now, Splatoon 2 could possibly be a thing in the future because of how well Splatoon did. First of all, it's definitely one of Nintendo's most successful Wii U games, even though the Wii U kind of failed and all that type of stuff. Splatoon did really well the moment it released, and it's still doing really well right now, from how many people even bought it and how many people are actually still playing it for today. But Splatoon 2, is there going to be a sequel? I have high hopes for a sequel, and there most likely will be one. But speculating that whether Splatoon 2 may become a launch title when the Nintendo NX comes out is something that I would like to talk about, so here we go. So if you guys didn't know, Nintendo and ESL partnered up together to do Splatoon tournaments for the next 6 months. Starting in September, of course. I mean, there's already been 4 tournaments already, and there's going to be another one next Sunday if you'd like to watch the stream of me playing, because I am playing in that. Link in the description below. Now, let's go back in time just a little bit further. Like, let's say around January 2016, where they said they're going to completely stop with making content for Splatoon. Now, they only said they're going to stop making it, but it doesn't mean that they had already made things like the Splatfest to continue, or Sheldon's Picks, where there was only 2 volumes of a majority of weapons in different colors with different kits and all that type of stuff. They didn't say that they had already made the content when they said they weren't gonna make more content in January. So that's pretty much probably why stuff like the Splatfest continued and Sheldon's Picks continued and stuff like that. Now, from this point, they probably could have started making Splatoon 2 for the NX title around this time, because they pretty much finished with Splatoon and they created everything. They could have been like, okay, let's get started on the next game. Now, fast forward into September, where ESL and Nintendo partnered up for 6 months worth of tournaments. Now, these tournaments started in September, like I said before, and it's going on for 6 months. And if it's going on for 6 months, it's going into March. And if you didn't realize, the grand prize and the grand finale for the ESL tournaments, which is going to be in March, is a Nintendo NX. Funny that, in March, that's when the Nintendo NX is actually coming out. And that's what they said, where the Splatoon tournaments are just going to completely stop. Well, how do we know that they're just going to stop? Now, this has me thinking, why would they stop in March for Splatoon with the ESL partnership? I mean, it might just last, I mean, who knows? It might just last for 6 months and they'll just end it all off there. But what if that Splatoon 2 became a launch title there, and then ESL picked it up from that point, and they continued to take Splatoon more seriously as a competitive game? But just on another title, of course. It'll be on Splatoon 2. Maybe the reason for why they're doing the competitions for Europe specifically, only for 6 months, is because they want to see how well it would actually go. But instead of making it more of a worldwide thing, they're just testing and seeing how competitive Splatoon can actually get. And they're just using the 6 months just to see what the scene is like and how well it can play as a competitive game. It seems very strange that they're only doing it for Europe for 6 months, and as soon as the NX actually comes out, they're just going to completely stop with it. It just makes me feel like, okay, we're going to be completely done with Splatoon, we're going to move on to the next game and take that more competitive approach with it. This may be giving them more ideas for what Splatoon would need to, become a more competitive game. For instance, spectator mode. I mean, of course, you need a spectator mode for a game to, push off to be competitive. Or I should say, get into esports. The most important thing for a good esport game is how big the viewership is. What's the spectator's experience, I should say. The spectator's experience is the most important thing, because you need people to, watch the game. Because if a game isn't fun to watch, they aren't going to watch it for competitive reasons. They're just not going to watch it at all. So, who knows, really? I mean, as I said before, around January, they may have started creating the next title, or basically the sequel, Splatoon 2. They may have even started before that. Nintendo are smart. I mean, if what I think they may do is that they see that Splatoon worked really well, the movement's all good, like the mechanics of the game is really superb. So I feel like what they may do is basically take this game, put it on the NX, you know, up the graphics a little bit, add some new weapons, add some other stuff, you know, make some new maps and stuff like that. Basically keep the same formula that they already have, because if they change the formula too much, they're gonna mash the game up and it's just not gonna feel the same. But honestly, I don't feel like Nintendo would do that, because Nintendo are really smart with making sequels and such like that. I mean, come on now, look, Mario Kart 8, that's the 8th one, and people today are still eating that up. So I have no worries of Splatoon's formula being like destroyed or anything like that. I feel like if there was a second game, it's going to be really good anyways. But I would also like to know what you guys think. Do you think Splatoon 2 will become a launch title from all this information we have? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let's start a debate. Let's start talking about this. You know, it could be a thing, it might not be a thing. But it's sort of course, the most fun thing is just to speculate and just talk about it and get hyped for it, I should say. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, both in the description below. Do it for both if you're feeling generous. And as always, guys, this has been ThatSrb2DUDE, and I shall see you guys in a future video.